5 popular marketing psychology hacks for small business success. Hi, guys. My name is Amit Swarna, and today is day 26 of my live challenge. Today, I thought that let's get to the basics and talk a little bit about what affects uh, even people like us as customers, consumers, to make certain decisions to, you know, connect with other businesses, to be uh, to to buy from them. So with that, I'm sure that you must have noticed these things in the world at large, because marketing is a thing and people like me exist. So let's get down to it and see how psychology can help you create an environment where there is a tug effect to asking for things from the customer, right? um, it can be these are quite subliminal things, and they, while they don't primarily uh, are uh, are as persuasive as advertisements out there, but they do have like these subtle effects on on customers that will, you know, help you create a buying environment rather than like a push selling environment. So with that in mind, let's go to the first one, which is the power of branding and association. Hospital, she needs attention. uh, Power of branding and association. So this is something that can be considered as a, a psychological hack, because if you think of it, brands and at large have a certain allure to them, right? Take brands that you like: Nestle, Maggie, uh, Parle G, Nike, Apple, uh, Acer, Asus, um, Fast Track. All of these brands that are there, they are they have been made so that you can recognize, recall, and associate a certain reputation to them. So investing in creating a strong, memorable brand uh, that aligns with your target audience's values and aspirations is a killer move for any small business, any business. But now, since I associate myself with small businesses, that's my brand now. So small businesses should go ahead and brand themselves uh, in the most memorable way possible, to create their identity and to be able to create that reputation in the minds of their customers, right? uh, and even in terms of association, now if you have like this brand that is associated with your business, think of further associations, right? So for example, thanda matlab coca cola, right? The fact that you want something cold and refreshing to drink, coca cola, डर के आगे जीतो, right? All of these things are basically creating associations between the product and the feeling. So with that in mind, to try to associate certain highly sought out attributes, ideals, values. This is also true in terms of thinking about uh, associations in terms of mascots, in terms of celebrities, in terms of influencers. How many times have we perhaps liked something because the brand brought in an influencer or a big movie star? Uh, well, I'm guilty of the same thing. So why not use those things to our advantage, right? Second is give, and then ask. This is something that is actually reciprocity that is at work as a psychological hack. Um when you start with a give or multiple gives, it just happens that you tend to give back in return, right? Reciprocity is a very strong psychological hack that a lot of businesses use uh, very successfully. One of them um, is pathological labs holding free health checkups, right? They will do a health checkup, or doctors will do free health checkups, and then you end up going to the same doctor because you know आपको वो चीज याद है, that you remember that it's a point in time, it's landmark, it's benchmark, it evokes a memory of a good experience, and so you choose them over many others that are there, right? So the give ask principle is something that has been popularized, or rather these words have been popularized by Gary Vaynerchuk. And his uh, the equation is that you give three times and then maybe you can ask for one. So I'm hoping that I have been able to create enough value to ask you if you want to join me for a free clarity call. I will ensure that it's in the description or in the comments after this, uh, to talk to me about your small business or solo business and see how you can take it forward. So that is the give and ask principle. And moving on to the power of scarcity. Uh, this is also something that we see a lot being used by businesses. Um, of course, there are a lot of these businesses create fake scarcity or fake urgency. There is a way to ethically do this. So for example, I think yesterday or a day before that, uh, I discussed how I have very limited time because I don't have a large team, right? This is not fake scarcity or fake urgency. This is a real constraint that I have in my business, right? So if you keep that in mind and are able to communicate that, right, chances are that people will understand your value and get on board because these things exist. So in terms of, I think I also talked about an example yesterday of a bakery, that a bakery can give buy one get one free because they can only bake that many cakes in that day, right? Only the first 50 customers. तो 100 तो ऐसे ही चले गए, 100 have gone off like that only. So basically they can only produce that many cakes in a day, so they can only give out that many. So I don't think uh, that is fake scarcity and urgency. If you can think about it, your real constraints, and think about it in an ethical standpoint and not weaponize it, the chances of you doing well and people understanding that this scarcity and urgency is real will help you out. The next one is liking and building relationships. Actually, this should be right on top because most people do business with people. Generally, it's not a business to business transaction or a business to customer transaction. People, when they like other people and are convinced that they are working towards um, you know their well-being, or uh, working towards their results or their purpose, then that bridge is built. You start liking those people for who they are and how they want you to, how they will appreciate you, and you know ensure that your goals are their goals. That helps, right? And people are more likely to say yes if they like you, obviously, right? So focus on building for personal connections rather than thinking about a whole lot of marketing and branding and sales, right? Focus on building those connections, building those relationships, uh, and encourage personal communication, encourage engagement, active listening. This is the number one skill that you can build for your customers, um, to take that step forward, right? um, Please don't interrupt when people are talking. Let them finish, right? This one single step has helped me build a lot of that likability quotient with my clients, right? So that is that in terms of liking and building personal relationships. And number 5 is the principle of having consistent asks. Obviously consistency is a very powerful psychological hack, but if you could have small consistent asks from your prospective customers, that means, let's take this for example. I come on live almost every day for the past 27 days. I hope to continue for a while, and I every day ask you to, you know like, or join my community, or like my Facebook page, join me on my socials. Maybe there is a higher latitude for you to get in touch with me so that we can work together, right? You can apply this for your own business. Small consistent asks from your customer, right, or prospective customer, right, will help you build larger consistent actions, right? So focus on creating these small tasks, small initial tasks, or small initial asks, so that that commitment can be built over long term, right? This could be uh, maybe signing up for newsletters, asking them to participate on your social media, asking them to fill out your survey form, right? कुछ खरीदना नहीं है ये, basically you're just like building certain touch points. There is this very interesting study that it takes like 7 hours and 21 touch points for a person to actually build a connection with you, right? And then you can actually go out there and ask them for a larger commitment. So yeah, so these are the 5 things that are very popular in marketing at large, especially with large businesses. As small businesses, we can also use them. So number 1 is utilize the power of branding and association. Number 2, reciprocity. Give, ask. uh, a stronger one would be give until they ask. uh, then the power of scarcity. Ensure that you are being ethical with this. So try not to create a fake sense of scarcity, a fake sense of urgency, and ensure that it has to do with your personal or business constraints. uh, Liking and building relationships. Obviously being a likable person helps, so do keep that in mind, uh, and consider building that into your professional affairs as well. Create SOPs for likability. You can do that, It's very easy to build that into every interaction that you have with your customer, every touch point that you have with your customer. And number 5, principle of consistent, small consistent asks: surveys, newsletters, social media, like, share, subscribe, so on and so forth. Yeah. So those were the 5 psychological hacks that you can use for your business. If you found some value and you want to know how you can acquire more customers, I have a free course for now. Um, this is purely because I feel that I can add more value and make it a full-fledged course, and ask for a little bit of money uh, for it. So for now it's free. Please consider, you know, learning from that. And the link is below. It's on my website, amitsuvarna.com. That's my time. Thank you so much. I had fun talking about these psychological hacks because I too am one by one trying to incorporate it into my business. I hope these help you too. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow.